Hello all, this is Sjogin, my 22-foot lap strike double ender that my wife and I have owned since 1986. I first bought her with a dear friend of mine back then, but he passed on in the 90s, and I've been the steward, well, since the start, because John wasn't a very good steward. But anyway, we don't know who built her. We know a name of Goldberg in Southwest Jersey. We heard from the second owner that she was inspired by his Swedish roots, and he was a captain on square riggers before World War II. He passed away in '62 and sold her to Joe Shin, who gave her the name Sjogin, which is like a loose anagram of his name. And then there's a third owner, and as I say, we've had her since '86, and kept her at Beaton's, and pretty much in this slip. Right next to her is Hardtack, a L. Francis Herreshoff Prudence design owned by Tom Beaton, owner of the yard, built in 1938 by Graves. This is an old-time boat yard, not a marina by any stretch of the imagination, catering to mostly sailboats. Sjogin is a delightful little boat. She's given us so much joy over the years, and I'm happy to share her with you. And I've shared her for the past 15 years on my blog, Hove 2 off Swan Point, and also on Facebook and Instagram. All you have to do is Google Sjogin, S-J-O-G-I-N. The J is silent, like the P in swimming. I couldn't resist that. That's the first joke my father told me. Anyway, she's been in this slip, which is great for sailing in and out of. She's never had an engine, and this is Upper Barnegat Bay. That's Maniloking across the way, and the bay continues down over about 30 miles, but most of my sailing is done with just a mile or two. That's Swan Point out there. As you can see, she's a beamy little boat. She's about 8 foot 6 inches in beam, and about 22 foot long and 3 foot of draft or less, which is just fine for Barnegat Bay, which is very shallow. She's never had an engine, nor has she ever had any interior finish. It's just all bare cedar and oak, copper fastened, with unfortunately iron fastenings on the backbone and the simple sawn frames. Simple cedar seats with teak facings and so forth, but again, just a real simple outlet layout. Quick look down below. There's the heart of Sjogin right there, the sardine stove. You can see the frying pan, and the kindling, and the axe to cut up firewood, which is at a box under the bridge deck. All open below. There's a bookshelf over there. I keep my current reading. There's a comfortable place to sit over here, and just enough headroom for my 6 foot 1 inch body. Under the bridge deck, there's storage, and you can see right there's a Wiley window, which provides nice ventilation, a galley box, and that other comfortable seat. Up forward, it's hard to see, but that's where the planks were damaged during there's a big hole placed in her during Sandy, but that's all been fixed and by Paul Smith at Beaton's. Thank you, Paul. And that's about it. She's a sweet little boat. She heaves to real well. There's a long, shallow keel, external lead ballast, and all you have to do in sailing along is just tack, leave the jib aback, and she'll just sit there, slowly fore-reaching at a few knots, and making a lot of leeway. And when you want to change tacks while Hove 2, you just changes the jib sheet. She comes up to the wind, flops on the other tack, and then sits there. So it's just delightful to go out here and sit down below in the fall and winter in the off season when there's no traffic, and just find a way to heave to for a couple of hours back and forth and read and tend the stove. Anyway, that's Sjogin. Go look online, S-J-O-G-I-N. She's all over the place, as you can imagine, and I have a blog and on Facebook and Instagram and such, and people all over the world have responded favorably to her and just think she's a sweet bloke, just as I do. Take care, all. Thanks for watching.